What
Okay.
they got going on
Anyway,
up here? I might be back. But yeah, this is his blood that's still on the ground right here.
and yeah, like so crazy, like the blood outside of the door of the thing was
Get
still
around
on the
people.
ground when the person went there. It can't be the next day because I would think it would be a crime scene, like still taped off. Anyway, the point of me saying that is the person blamed for that, or the people blamed for that. One of them was this guy named Stefan Mack. Now, Stefan Mack was murdered like a couple days after D Thing died, and supposedly that was the slide in. That was the get back. Dirk supposedly raps about it when he says, the day my brother died, that's when them niggas died too. Like, and go ask the ops over there. Next day they was down to. Basically, almost in a very odd, not odd way, but in a really creepy way, kind of like basically saying, yo, like, nigga, we got them niggas killed. Where you said, so we be sliding through the blood, no, whatever. Oh, my brother D Thing just got killed and I've been slow since. Where is that? Is it this song or am I tripping? I told Vaughn to leave that bitch alone. She only posts on OnlyFans, catch them at apartments because they be in. That's her only chance. They don't be outside like you think they has to be on the gram. Old ops fucking with the new ops. Oh man, that shit merch. We've been through there. That shit like Ghostland. My brother D Thing just got killed and I've been slow since. But we got back on their ass. I bet they know this. And on bro, I'm speaking facts. They say know this. Keep the police out of my business. We don't post shit. Okay. What song? Is it a different song? It's a different song, huh? Wait, why can't I see my chat? Oh, okay. You're right. That was a different song. My bad, chat. Y'all right about that. It was on "Fuck My Cousin." Pause. Yeah. It was "Fuck My Cousin." Yeah, that's when he said it. So on "Fuck My Cousin," which is a little Zay Osama song, he says, "Let me look up the one with Dirk." Part two. Okay, here we go. Yeah, on this song, he says, what the fuck? What? Why can't I find it? All right, whatever. Okay. Fuck my cousin. I told him he got to go and get shot. He slid through the night my brother died. If you was there, just know you dying too. Ask the ops over west. Next day, they ass was down too. Hellfire in the back of that Glock sound like the switch. It's soundproof. That nigga could rap, man. God damn. And I agree to keep your son name on my. Okay, yeah. So basically, he kind of bragged that if you were there or responsible for his brother dying, you're dying too, nigga. Like he basically just announced that. Interested. Okay. So here's the interesting part about that. The two guys who did the murder of Stefan Mack, which supposedly is the get back for Dirk's brother, D Thing, they have now pled guilty. Now, it's a little bit like convoluted. And if you don't understand how the feds work, I've said this many times, but I'm going to explain a little bit again. So there's mandatory minimums for every crime. Okay? It's a really simple process. For example, if you get convicted of murder for hire or anything with conspiracy of murder, the mandatory minimum is life in prison. Okay? Now, these guys, they got convicted, well, they got charged, and if you don't know, it's Stefan Mack and, AJ Montgomery and, something Wilson. What's this nigga's name? Fuck. It's Montgomery Wilson.
Thanks to Jam, the killer found out that he was beat out, that he was beat out the money, thanks to Jam telling him. So It says Montgomery Wilson explains to CS that the bounty for the killing Young and Mac was $70,000 and that Montgomery Wilson tried to get the amount increased to $90,000. In a second, Montgomery Wilson explained to the CS that individual A, which is Lil Durk, contributed $50,000 to Mac murder bounty. Individual A gave up $50,000, shorty. Thanks to Jam, the killer found out that he was beat out the money, thanks to Jam telling him. So it says Montgomery Wilson explains to CS that the bounty for the killing Young and Mac was $70,000 and that Montgomery Wilson tried to get the amount increased to $90,000. In a second, Montgomery Wilson explained to the CS that individual A, which is Lil Durk, contributed $50,000 to Mac murder bounty. Individual A gave up $50,000, shorty. Thanks to Jam, the killer found out that he was beat out the money.
My bad. I don't know who just called me. All right. Anyway. So, long story short, the way it works in the feds, if you get convicted of a crime, the judge cannot sentence you below what's called a mandatory minimum. There's a lot more leeway by judges when it comes to state cases where in certain states they could actually just really, it's really discretionary. Who the fuck is calling me? Some rappers call me, but I don't know who it is. How do I get on the line? Oh my God. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have to get on this line. It's like a real important call coming in. My bad, chat. Fuck. It's a real important call. Damn. I got to play something. Give me 1 second, chat. It's like rappers don't know I'm streaming.
So I went to a
No, what the fuck? Did Jay talk about it? No. Oh my God, they're blowing me up. All right, who was the guy who I just played? I just played his name. What's this guy's name?
Thanks to Jam.
What's this guy's name? I want to play his video. On it.
Thanks to Jam, the killer found.
What's this guy's name? Oh my God. Oh, Trench Deuce. My bad. Hold on. I'm gonna just play his video real quick. I gotta go just take this call real quick.
That you hear me?
No.
Like,
I know he did a video on this. Here we go.
you want to support me?
There we go.
Make sure you smash that like button so the video
All
get
right.
around. If you
Give me a
got
second.
Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, in jail. They saying that Vonnie brought the mask and the ski mask. They saying Vonnie drove a car. Didi was in one. They saying Boogie and Jam and Brown Eyes and Flocka, they was the only ones on the scene. Soon when Drew Finland was made aware of that, he should have severed their case. Instead, he didn't. And now he waiting to the end to try to sever their case. I want to tell y'all something. You can't sever a case when you all co-defendants. If the judge didn't grant it and your co-defendant say, oh man, I ain't ready for court. I got to get a new lawyer, or I ain't ready for court. I ain't prepared yet to go to trial. You is a part of that. You is a part of that, and that mean your 4 month speedy trial, 6 month speedy trial, whatever it is in the feds, it don't count no more. It don't count. Y'all stopped it. Not the feds. I've been telling y'all this the whole time, man. Only if y'all listen to me. I told y'all that the feds was ready the whole time. Lil Durk homies them. Once they start seeing that all this other evidence coming out, every time some new evidence come out, they ain't ready. Like Boogie. Boogie ain't got no attorney. Boogie saying that he got to get prepared and everything. So that means that Lil Durk, his got to stop too. Just because he got money, that don't mean that he get to go around them and split trial and all that. Nah, bruh. Hey, look, Drew Finland, Brian Steele, and whoever that lady is, man, this is not the state courts. This is not the state courts. This is the feds, man. And I don't think Drew and them realizing that you just can't play ball how you playing ball. Now, Drew been putting in emotions for a year and a half about some lyrics that the feds really didn't care about. If you peeped the game, the feds was like, nah, we ain't inserting individual A, which is Lil Durk, into the Stephon murder case. Not at this time, you know. And then Drew, he went celebrity and started saying, oh yeah, they not charging Lil Durk. He has nothing to do with it. That whole time they was playing Drew. Whole time. Hey, look, the feds would have clearly told them no if they weren't interested in Durk. But they told them not at this time, and then they came back and spanked them with it. Then you got the hitman. I told y'all this. They pleaded guilty to murder for hire. They saying that they did it in order to collect the bounty. So now when you plead guilty, you got to tell the feds everything. I told y'all that. Y'all didn't believe me. So now the hitman telling. Then you got Jam. Jam is a big important piece. Far as the Lil Durk thing, man. Because Jam know Lil Durk. Jam know Lil Durk. He know everything about Lil Durk. Jam know about all the murders because he's a killer. You know what I'm talking about? So when you say the feds ain't got nothing, you got to take all that into consideration. Jam them the streets. You know what I'm talking about? Jam wanted to clean the streets. To get out of jail, he could clean the streets with the feds today if they going off murders. I'm pretty sure Jam know about 200-300 murders, man. All from the young guys who look up to him all the way to the older guys. He could solve something if he wanted to, you know. But to play Jam and not pay him, because you listen to Lil Ted is really y'all downfall on everything. Y'all let Lil Ted, after $1 million worth of game and all that, you know what I'm talking about, Lil Ted, the money came up missing. Lil Ted blamed Jam because he really wasn't rocking out with Jam how they years, or Lil Ted and them stole the money and they just put it in Durk them ear that Jam did it. So Jam thinking that it's all love, and really when they go on the Lil Pab hit, it wasn't all love because they was doing that to him without knowing that they wasn't gonna pay him, knowing that they wasn't gonna give Flock and them money. You know what I'm talking about? That's why them guys flip. They ain't get paid. Only ones got paid is the OTF members. Them the only ones got paid. Everybody else, they was fanned out. You know what I'm talking about? Except Jam. They just played Jam. When you paying for murders, or if you got people killing for you, bro, there's no getting out of it. There's no, all right, bro, this our last move, I'm gone. There's no none of that, bro. Y'all locked in for life. Once murder involved and you cross that line of murder, y'all locked in for life. You just can't turn your back, bro, or you gonna go to jail like Durk did. So they played Jam, and then not only they played Jam, you know, you laugh about it on the jail call. And I do believe the feds put out that they let it out. Like they let it out, you know, that audio of Boona and Durk talking about Jam, you know, because the feds will give it that to Jam. They'll feed that to him. Look, you say these your homies, you know, Jam probably up in there, man. Them my homies. I ain't got nothing to say about Smirk. Oh, really? Play this. Oh, yeah, he Jam the informant. The feds got so much stuff, bro, they ain't even let out half of it. They just giving us an eighth. You hear me? They keep stopping. Look, the feds didn't tell us how did Vonnie and Durk get back to where they was going. That's all we need to know. And then a lot of y'all non-believers, y'all believe it then when you find out that Vonnie got on a plane with Lil Durk. Now, it's one thing to go there and say, I ain't know what he was doing and try that move. But if he went to Verizon, went to go and get y'all some more burner phones, got up with you at the crib after the murder, got you burner phones, swapped out the burner phones that you had at first with them before Pab got killed, and then gave you a new phone, because the feds got the number. The feds say they got the number that Banks had before Lil Pab murder, and they got the number that Kavon Grant went to, that gave Durk a burner. You know, so they got them numbers down. I think Vonnie was writing down the codes. You know what I'm talking about? Number 4, they saying he's a lifelong resident of California. You know, I only see one dude up in that video that I can see that's from California, and that's the guy Bruh. And I know Durk is not going to be on a phone call with this man, knowing that this man, because Durk know everybody who cooperating at this point. He know everybody who cooperating. So I know he ain't going to go live for no dude, Bruh, you know, and he did that. And I don't think Bruh will be on no jumper or none of that. So I'm going to X out Bruh too for right now. I'm going to X him out too, you know. But majority of these co-conspirators is Lil Durk homies, the people who he fed and all that. Now, AJ got paid partial money and he was in jail complaining that they still owe him 50, 60, 70,000. You know what I'm talking about? Marley, the guy Marley, bruh, he didn't get a dime, man. He didn't get a dime. So he in jail. He in jail just for going on a hit, thinking that he was gonna get paid. He ain't get no money. When AJ got paid, AJ cut off his phone on Marley. Never responded no more. Once he got with Dirk them, he was saying, "You with Dirk them? Make sure you stand on that." That was the last text. That was the last text message. And then AJ did the video shoot with them, and he got locked up. He got locked up, fleeing from a state trooper. He got locked up from fleeing from a state trooper, and he was out 2 days later. None of these guys was paying attention to everybody getting locked up, like the Lil Ted situation. Lil Ted was still around Dirk, and he got locked up with a gun, but they ain't know about the body cam. They ain't know that it was going to come out. You know, if Dirk would have been seen it in 2022, they probably would have clipped a couple of these guys. You know what I'm talking about? They probably would have clipped Lil Ted. They probably would have clipped Vonnie. They probably would have clipped all the weak links. But they thought everybody was solid with you. And Dirk, he didn't understand that when you got the money and they broke and they ain't got nothing to lose, you getting thrown in a frying pan because you the leader. The feds know, and they know deep down in their hearts that we ain't got the money to even fund this. We ain't got no gas money. We ain't had no jobs or none of that. Who able to put us on planes consistently? Lil Durk. Who able to give us the cars that we ride in? Lil Durk. Who able to house us? Lil Durk. Who able to give us money to go and hunt for the ops, guns, drugs, whatever? Lil Durk is, because he the only one got money, so he stand out like a sore thumb. And that's his problem, bro. Like, he thought these guys was gonna be loyal to him, and all of them basically told him. Bezu and Vaughn, they been got picked up by ATF. ATF been came to see them when they for the Atlanta shoot, when they got locked up. And the reason why the feds told them to drop it, they brought the Track Hawk back to Chicago. So they committed a robbery on Weatherspoon, you know. And then after they committed the robbery, shooting them, the attempted murder, they brought the Track Hawk back across state lines. So the feds, once the feds learned that his Track Hawk was missing, Weatherspoon, they had put out, you know, to the states, hey, we dismissing this. You know what I'm talking about? That's why the states say, oh yeah, we have no evidence to go further. But before that, if you listen to the news clip say that they got 5 cameras and they know Lil Durk was shooting, and then they saying that they got probable cause to move forward. And then a couple of days later, no probable cause to move forward. That's when they should have known that the feds was on them. But Lil Durk, he was moving like a mob boss. He was moving like a mob boss, and he thought he was untouchable. 4.5 terabytes of evidence, video evidence, digital evidence, social media, all that, right? 4.5. Man, they said 4.5 terabytes, man, is enough evidence, man, to take down the whole Chicago, man. Every block in Chicago, bruh, on everything. So, yeah, on the other end of that, Lil Durk cooked again. But bad paymasters. If you knew Jam stole some money before the Lil Pap hit, Durk should have been a man, a leader, to say, oh, no, don't take him. We done messing with him. Even if you don't just call him. Out of everybody you could have called, you call, hey, send for Jam. Since he played us, send for Jam. So Jam come, do the shooting, and then he don't get no money. And he end up on a jail call with OTF Boona explaining this to Boona that Durk played him, that they played him out the money, that dude and them was scared. Hey, look, just look at the murder for hire shooting. Type up Lil Durk murder for hire. It's going to be the crime scene picture of the gas station for Lil Pop. And you going to see it's 3 of them, but you're going to see 2 guys, they hiding up under each other. You're going to see Brown Eyes and Flocka look like they were scared. And Jam got his arm out like he a professional. That's what Jam was talking about. They were scared. When Boona, go back and listen to the Boona audio with Lil Durk when they saying that they played him on everything. Everything will make sense. Everything, I'll make it add up to y'all, man. But far as me telling y'all that Lil Durk good and Drew and them going to beat it, nah, Lil Durk might as well fire Drew and all of them right now. I'll keep Brian Steele just to, I'll keep him just because it's on somebody else's expense. Young Thug and them paid for it, so I'll keep Brian Steele just for the cross-examine. But Drew, he ain't never had no court dates. every time, you know what I'm talking about, the lady, because it's a lady that's going to court for Lil Durk. So Drew, he'll come after he hanging with Playboy Cardi, after he hanging at YNW Melly, hanging with 100K Track them, he come and ask for the transcripts from the court thing, bro. You supposed to be that. If I'm paying you millions, you fight my case. Now I don't care about your extras or they just as good as me. Nah, bro. If I'm paying Drew Finley, you at every court date. You on every motion, man. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just all backwards to me, man. And I feel like Lil Durk, he crashed out about Von. He let the public swim and say slide for Von. And he really went to go and slide. And when he slid with Bezu. And I told y'all Bezu was the driver way before this even came out. Bezu was the driver. Vonnie was in the car. And Durk was the shooter. And now Vonnie is here to say that, hey, yes, he did stalk. Because we've been shooting at Quando Rondo since Atlanta. Since after Von died. We've been shooting at Quando Rondo and trying to kill him. And that's stalking, bro. Because they did it all the way in California too. So Vonnie is a big important piece. Vonnie was on a plane with Lil Durk. Vonnie had Durk credit card to purchase the cards and everything that they needed to kill and get away. And he purchased the hotel room for the killers to stay, all in Lil Durk expense, all on his credit card, you know. And then he flew on the airplane with Lil Durk, you know. And he was in California. And he flew to California with Lil Durk and got the phone call from number 4, who was in California. He got the phone call with Banks. That's what number 4 said. He called Banks and Vonnie. So to say that, Vonnie ain't got no criminal record. The first 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, Vonnie was breaking down the whole federal time guideline, bro. And he was Xing out something. I cop out the life is 43, minus this, because I ain't got this case, minus this. And he said, inshallah, to his dad that I could get 5 to 7 years with the information that I'm going to tell him. So Vonnie already got it in his mind, like, I'm finna tell him everything I know. Everything I know. See, we just focus on the Lil Pop case, the Atlanta stuff, and all that. Hey, look, man, you got to imagine what these guys know. What Jam them know that they ain't got no picture on locked up with Lil Durk. What did Vonnie say? Well, Vonnie got a picture, but what did he say to just disappear? You know what I'm talking about? Like, Jam, he a shooter. And I know Jam know about 100 murders, man, or better, that he could solve. And people still walking around the street, that he could get them arrested. So, you know what I'm talking about? It's like, everybody want out now, man. It's just all bad for Lil Durk. It's all bad for him. The Hitman flip. Hitman pleaded guilty to murder for hire, saying that they was paid a bounty, and they did it for a bounty, both of them. They did it to get it from Banks and OTF members. You know, now everybody want to sever their case. Everybody ain't did nothing. You know, when I said it a year and a half ago, hey, Lil Durk, sever your case. And everybody was like, why would he sever this case? Because he ain't got nothing to do with what they talking about at the time. But whole time, I know deep down inside, Lil Durk know what's going on. Lil Durk knew that the move was about to happen. Lil Durk was bold. He went on DJ Academics and was talking about it. Talking about a whole war with YoungBoy and Quando now. Like, come on, man. We can't keep on playing stupid. We got to call it what it is. I don't hate Lil Durk. I'm just doing my job. He was doing his job when he was bragging about all the people who was dying when he was rapping. If I said, man, why Lil Durk keep on rapping about dead bodies and all this? Y'all make up an excuse for that. But now that I'm getting my money.
All right, my bad, chat. I know. Yeah, I was like, where the fuck this